Okay, hey everyone, hope you're enjoying the video so far, and here's my deck list for Icejades. So, as we can see here, I went to the Deep Sea Diva package because I really enjoy this synchro monster, which basically turns most of my level 10s into a mini towers, stops them from being targeted. That's basically her main effect, so it adds some added protection to the level 10 synchro monsters. And as you can see, we're running just triple Diva, triple Maxi because it's Maxi, one Ash Blossom because I really just don't have space for more. We're running 2 of the guitar dudes, basically to be summoned by Diva. Basically use him to increase either his level or her level. Usually I go for her level to increase her to level 4, which will go into the level 7 synchro. And that level 7 synchro will go into my one of my triple Aegirines here, which again use Aegirine to search out any card you want. And basically the synchro will act as protection for Icejade Mirror, which basically this is what you want to go into most of the time. She is an amazing boss monster. Basically comes with 3 amazing effects. I don't know why people don't hype her up a bit more. You know, she has protection for the entire field. That's the main effect everyone has to look out for. But it comes with the added bonus of basically banishing whatever card she chains to. And that can disrupt so many plays, and it's amazing. And of course the final effect, which most people don't see coming, is her ability to revive herself from the grave if anything gets banished by the opponent. I'm also running triple Tremora. I tried different variants running at least maybe 2, but I don't know. I feel safer when I run 3. So for now, the current build has had 3. 1 creation. This thing is basically my backup to Ran, and he comes with she. Yeah, they're all females. And she comes with basically the effect that she boosts attack based on how many cards get banished, which really comes up more than you think. People really seem to underestimate how much more protection this gives to cards like Icejade Mirror. It just gives them this added protection of attack power, and people have hard time getting over them. 1 Fenrir, mainly because I only have 1, and I still have my pride. I really don't like this card. I have a bias against the Kashtira cards in general, but I don't like Fenrir. He's a really stupidly broken card for what he does. It's very simple what he does, but at the same time, it's just he can be too much. But he really does add a little something to this deck, and the deck needs a little extra push. It's not a meta deck, and it needs a little extra push every now and then. And of course, Ran. She's the lifeblood of the deck. You know, once you have her in hand, you basically can do whatever you want. Just toss one of your Icejades, one of your water monsters, and even one of the Icejade cards. So you can toss even the spell cards and the spell and trap cards to bring her out. And she summons the token, and it's free Icejade Mirror, free Supreme Sovereign, and basically the start of your plays. If you have her in hand, you're good to go. 1 Kaiju because it's a Kaiju basically, and it's also another water monster for Ran to use her effect on. 1 Cosmoclaw. I did battle with this because she comes with the package of the field spell and the curse, and these 3 create the legendary Icejade Lockdown, as we all know. So I played around with it for a good while. I enjoyed putting the lockdown. I had 2, I only have 2 copies anyway. Had the field spell at 3 at one point, and the lock is pretty fun, but honestly, most people know how to get rid of it. Most decks, especially the meta decks, know how to get around it most of the time. And it really is, if you get it, you get it. You're good to go. But most of the time, people will stop it, and it's much safer to just turbo in Icejade Mirror most of the time, instead of looking for the lock. If you get the lock, go for it, but if you don't, just go to Icejade Mirror and any of your other synchro monsters. Harpy's Feather Duster, I don't know why this is here, to get rid of this. Yeah, I actually did switch this out for, let's look for Kashtira Tearlament here. Yes, I'd removed the Feather Duster and had put 3 evenly. And in place, I'm trying out Kashtira Tier Elements right now. Basically, the logic for her is that she's a water monster, she's a level 7, and she's a Kashtira. And it's basically another small wool target. So you can use her, look for Fenrir, look for any of the other Icejades or even Deep Sea Diva. You can go Fenrir, Maxi combination to look for Diva, and all kind of thing with the 2 small wool. So basically she's a small wool target, and maybe an extra special summon, and maybe another target for Icejade Ran. I'm just trying her out for now, but she's been very interesting. 2 Dark Willow more because you need to break boards. 1 Pot of Prosperity for more consistency. 1 Synchro Overtake, basically to get into Diva as much as possible. This is why we have this Synchro here to call on Diva. Free Cradle, your other lifeblood of the deck. This is your Searcher. Of course, Small Wool, more searching. Icejade Manifestation. Now, this is an interesting card where it's basically more of a going second card, or if your opponent uses any hand trap like Maxi or Ash on you, they'll get a card in the grave and this will turn on your manifestation, which will let you call upon any of your Icejade monsters directly from your deck, special summon them to the field. But also, it has its second effect that it's, if any Icejade monster is removed when it's apart from being destroyed, then basically you get a free banish. Banish anything on your opponent's field, and people do not see this coming. If this is in the grave, this is add extra protection for Icejade Mirror, because I usually love the combo of having Tremora, Manifestation, and Icejade Mirror on the field. So Tremor and Manifestation in the grave. If for some reason she gets destroyed, Icejade Mirror gets destroyed, Tremor brings her back. Or if she gets removed by any other means, then Manifestation kicks in and your opponent loses a card somewhere on the field. And it really just adds to the protection. Of course, one of these I had free. It just... it's a good card. It lowers attack. Don't underestimate the attack lowering. It really comes in handy. But most of the time it is a little bricky. I really found it a bit bricky, especially for the most of the games I had. So right now I'm testing it at 1. And it seems to be okay. Curse is another card you should not underestimate. Yes, it adds to the famous lock, but its second effect really kicks in when you least expect it. In fact, when the opponent least expects it the most. Because when your Icejade monster destroys a monster, even if your opponent's monster destroys an Icejade, whichever monster hits the grave, this will burn them for their original attack, okay? And this can win you games. This can surprise opponents with games. Sometimes you have one thing on the field, they will attack into your Icejade, or maybe attack into your Icejade Mirror with 3000 attack. They kill her off, they think they're safe, and all of a sudden, Curse kicks in, takes away the last of their life points. Free evenly match because you need to break those boards, you need to bait out some negates. And also, this deck loses hard to floodgates. Very hard, so you need to clear the field most of the time. And of course, it's better to have a clear field going into your synchro monsters, because this deck is all about disruption. You need to stop your opponent from making plays. They cannot have the play on the field. This deck cannot break boards, so you need to have these board breakers to break them. This one, some people might want to cut it. I played around with not having it in the deck, but this one makes me feel a bit safer. Basically, what is he? It's basically a mini version of Red Hot Dragon Atrine Abyss, where it can negate any effect that's on the field with you destroying one of your Icejade monsters. So basically, if you have cards you need to protect which are on the field, you can pop one of your Icejades and it will negate whatever is activated. Sometimes you can even pop Icejade Mirror herself, and this will trigger Tremor to bring her back, so your opponent gets negated and you basically back to square one. They didn't get rid of anything, you keep your stuff, and it's all good. Extra deck, I have Egyptian God Slime. Most people are running it. I just have it here. I never use it really. This This card here, level 5 synchro, basically to call Deep Sea Diva. You're never really going to summon her. This one you're going to summon, again, she's the protection for your level 10s. Even Baronne de Fleur. Baronne de Fleur, in fact, I'll get to her in a second. Stardust package, basically just another way to get into your level 10s. Now, Baronne de Fleur. She is amazing. As everybody knows, it's Baronne de Fleur. She has her Omni Negate. But in this deck, her second effect, where, let's see, once per turn during the standby phase, you can target one level 9 or lower monster in the graveyard. This second effect actually comes up a lot for this deck, where if you already use the negate, once the standby phase, any standby phase hits, you can basically swap out Baronne to go into Aegirine, and Aegirine searches your plays all over again, which can get you maybe a manifestation or even Aegirine right here, Ran Aegirine, to go back into Baronne or anything else, any other level 10 synchro, or again to set up most of your plays. So don't underestimate Baronne's second effect for this. And of course, an untargetable Baronne really, whoops, get back in the deck. An untargetable Baronne really is a scary thing for opponents to get through, and she basically saves you from the Nibiru. This deck really hates getting the Nibiru, and it sometimes, most of the time, you want to go into Aegirine one time. It's very tempting to go into her, but if you do fear the Nibiru, if your opponent is drawing cards like crazy with Maxi, and you smell a Nibiru in their hand, you know, don't hesitate to go into Baronne instead. I make that mistake most of the time, and I eat a Nibiru to the face, and it hurts. It hurts so bad. This deck does not recover well. You need to keep control of the field. Psychic End Punisher, I haven't gone into him yet. I just have him there for now because he's an interesting pick, but I haven't gone into him yet. Nightmare Phoenix, again, he's here for backup, honestly. There was one point in time I needed to get rid of a certain card, and I needed a Link 2 to go into, and I wish I had a Link 2, and this is here just to fill up space, honestly, and maybe pop a card if you need to. Coral Anemone, she's an amazing card for the deck, obviously, to special summon Aegirine half the time, and will more or less get you into Zealantis here to clear boards. She'll lock you into special summoning waters, like what the Marine Cess cards usually do, and you go into Zealantis, and that can clear a field and win you games. Elf is here. I'm not sure why Elf is here. I tried him once. I found him interesting. You can actually bring this one back. But I guess he's another body, and maybe if you want non-targeting protection, but you can drop him. I just have him here as filler for now. I'm trying out Blackluster Soldier because sometimes just getting another towers on the field is hilarious. And I think Blackluster gets slept on a few times. You know, he can really come in handy in emergency situations when you really think you need that protection. And yeah, that's about it, honestly. Okay, so let's get into the weaknesses of the deck that I've found so far. Actually, I need to get rid of these two and put Call by the Grave, because this deck hates Maxi and it hates Ash Blossom. Okay, more so Ash Blossom. If you get Ash Blossom and your hand is not good, it's over. It's game over. Good game. Maxi, of course, is annoying, but most of the time, you really want to hold that Call by the Grave. You really want to stop Ash Blossom, okay? You really want to stop Ash Blossom. Even if it's not advisable to ignore a Maxi, if you really cannot afford to take a Maxi, obviously you will stop the Maxi. But you really do not want to get ashed, okay? You really do not want to get ashed. So, 2 Call by the Grave for now. And another weakness I've found is the Bystial... What's his name? This guy right here. Druid Swarm. Oh, this guy. He will get rid of your Guy Mirror, and it's not even funny. Yes, sometimes you have the manifestation, but sometimes you're sitting on Guy Mirror alone, and your opponent will just drop this guy, and it's game over half the time. So you really want to look out for him, or summon Guy Mirror, or any of the other synchros with her, with Prima Donna as much as possible. Yeah, this guy is another weakness of the deck. He's not that big of a weakness, but he can come up, and you need to watch out for him. There's also the Vanquish Soul deck. I haven't been able to beat a single Vanquish Soul deck. That might just be me being bad at the game, but for now I can't beat Vanquish Soul with this particular deck. They just keep recurring the cards over and over and over, and the deck can't keep up with how much they keep bouncing back and forth between the graveyard and their hand. So that's another thing to look out for, the Vanquish Soul decks. And alright, and that's basically it, honestly. This is the deck so far. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and just remember, I am just a casual guy, okay? I'm no expert in Yu-Gi-Oh or anything. I'm playing this game for fun and I'm enjoying it. It's a very stressful game, we all know this, but we try to have fun with the decks that we enjoy, and this is a very fun deck. Try out Icejades. They honestly, they're missing probably a Link 1 card or something to just really make them shine. But for now, this is what we have. There are different builds out there. I'm seeing shock builds and all kind of things, but yeah, for now I'm enjoying the Diva package. I'm trying to make it work as much as possible. It's not a meta deck. It won't win you 90% of the games. You'll probably win like 75%. That's it for now. Stay tuned. I'll get more videos out. We will see a different build of the deck, or maybe I'll perfect this one in the next video. But I'll be running Icejades for now, so look out for the next one, guys. Bye for now.